The exact circumstances of the incident are still unknown at this stage. However, according to police, the suspects were believed to be on their way to commit an armed robbery before they were intercepted. Now, for more on this, we cross to Lopang Alamu. She's at the scene this very moment. Good afternoon, Lopang. Just share with us what exactly is happening there at this hour.
Going to rob a business person who was going to bank some money, and then they linked with us. We tasked and deployed our technical response team, TRT, Amaberet. We also then tasked our anti-gang unit to intercept them so that no crime is committed. And just on the road here, when the police tried to stop them, it's unfortunate you can't get closer to the car. They started shooting at the police. You can see rifle cartridges there. You can see pistol cartridges even at the back seat from inside. And the police had no choice but to defend themselves. And at the end, 4 of them suspects are lying there. They are gone for good deed because they were taking chances. And what is quite interesting, inside it's full of muti. They put a lot of muti on the seats, and on the petrol cover tank, they say prayer is the key. Now we don't know which one worked for them, because both clashed, because they were doing something which either the muti didn't work, or even the prayers were prayers for the police to succeed, to intercept and eliminate what they want to do on the road.
General, can you confirm if they are part of a bigger syndicate?
For now, investigation is still on, but what I want to highlight also is that on the vehicle, we found the number plate that is placed on the vehicles. It's a false number plate. The correct number plates, we managed to find them in the boot. We managed to recover also a rifle with a lot of magazines. We managed to cover 2 pistols. For now, we don't know whether there's more arms or any other thing in the vehicles. But it is a criminal group. Obviously, if the information came from our crime intelligence in the Eastern Cape, now we can't rule out that they operate everywhere they think it's good and soft for them. But there is no soft space for criminals in this country.
Briefing on the suspects who were fatally shot today by police. Our reporter there, Lopang Alamu, is on the scene. Lopang, good afternoon yet again. The police had that impromptu media briefing. Just to give context on the incident, what do they say exactly happened?
Mfunda, very good afternoon to our viewers. Not such a good day for these particular suspects. I'm not too sure how far you can see behind me. We've seen some of the suspects haven't been taken yet by the forensic authorities, who I think are still making their way here. I'm going to move out of shot and just start talking to Major General Fred Kekana from the South African Police Service. Just talk to us about what happened here. What we do understand is that the group was intercepted on their way to commit a robbery. Thank you so much, General, for your time. If you could just talk us through what happened here this afternoon.
Thanks very much, Lopang. What happened, the police were following up information. Our crime intelligence from the Eastern Cape liaised with us, and we tasked our technical response team, our TRT, well known as Amaberet, with our Gauteng anti-gang unit and Fidelity Security Company. We collaborated and made sure that we intercept this team or this group before they can even commit a crime. And when the police tried to stop them just here, that's where they then decided, we cannot be stopped by you, police. We are on our mission. We are in charge. We want to do what we want to do. And they started first with the police. The guy who was seated in with the rifle started. There is rifle cartridges from their own vehicle. There is pistol cartridges inside the car, and the police had no any other option but to defend themselves and the property. And hence 4 suspects are lying dead there.
General, we've seen quite a few incidents of these shootouts. We had one last week in Crown Mines. What has changed? What's been the difference in the policing thus far?
Firstly, let me highlight, we recovered a rifle there. We recovered 2 pistols for now, until the forensics do their work. As you can see, they are working in to take over and thoroughly check the vehicle. The vehicle had false number plates. We managed to get the true, correct number plates. As police, we have always been hard at work. But what matters most is that the community are the eyes and the ears of the police. Everything they see, everything they hear or they suspect, they need to ensure they give it to the right people in the law enforcement. And in this case, they gave it to crime intelligence, who worked on it, verified everything, the movement, the amount of people, the firearms involved, and the police then tried to intercept them before they could even go and commit that crime. And they decided, we want to take it you head on so that you don't distract us from committing that crime. And by shooting at the police, and the police had no choice but to defend themselves. That's why they are lying there. 4 of them, less problems. Crime-free South Africa, you know.
Well, that's Major General Fred Kekana. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to ask our colleague Petoro to try and just zoom into that particular vehicle. I'm not too sure if you're able to see it. Now, that's the car that they were using. It's a white branded vehicle. Not certain at this point what model or type of car it is. But what we've just heard from Major General Fred Kekana is that these suspects started shooting first as soon as they saw that they were being approached by the police. You'll notice a couple of cartridges there, bullet shells, and some casings as well. The forensics have just landed and will only begin their work now. I'm going to ensure that we try not to show you anybody at this point. Well, there you have it, Mfundo. 4 suspects fatally wounded, but we do understand at this point is that they were intercepted by police on their way to commit armed robbery. Not sure at this point what business they were eyeing, and you'd also notice that all 4 of them have unfortunately lost their lives. We've also heard the general confirming that they found 2 pistols, a rifle as well in that particular vehicle. So as things stand, 4 suspects were shot dead by the police after a shootout. No mention of other injuries, especially on the police's side. We'll also just try to confirm that part of things. So we're just currently waiting to see if there isn't any more information that we can get from this particular story. You'll also notice the stretch of road. Now we're in the far west of Gauteng. It's quite far from the city. It's a quiet road, as we've also spoken to some of the people who stay here or work here, who just mentioned how quiet it is and how they could hear the bullet sounds or the shootout sounds rather from at least a kilometer away from where they currently are stationed. And we have no information as yet if there are other people who were involved, if some managed to run, and we also don't know if they form part of a bigger syndicate. Mfundo, that's all we have for you right now as we try and get more information, trying to find out what type of syndicate they're involved in. Was this a business robbery? Was it a CIT heist? So more on that as we track the story for you. For now, it's back to in studio.
All right, Lopang, thank you very much for that reportage. That's SABC News reporter Lopang Alamu, who's out at the Randfontein scene where 4 suspects have been fatally wounded.